Hello, I am here to share with you that I am not only a recovering codependent, people pleaser, but I am also a recovering social media addict. Oh, yes. Anyone feel that with me? it's uh it's not easy to admit that you are addicted to something. So I'm here to come clean with myself. Actually, I've been admitting this to myself. I'm just admitting it publicly in this way that I am a social media addict. And I can go into a story where I'm just going to blame social media for my self-worth issues, right? And I hear a lot of that through some of the conversations that I hear where we are blaming social media for giving us the mental stress, giving us anxiety, giving us all these issues. So if we can be in the place where we feel more empowered, why don't we say, you know what? I have noticed that when I choose to go to social media, this is what I experience. So because I'm aware of this, I am now going to be healing from this experience by looking for ways to improve myself so that I can be more disciplined and not be so drawn to social media. You see the difference there? Instead of blaming social media, we are taking ownership that there is something about us that hasn't been healed yet, and that's why we go to social media. Just when we go to something else that we're addicted to feel some sort of self-worthiness, to feel some sort of identity, to feel some sort of like instant gratification, to feel a little bit better about ourselves, right? It's just that we notice that it is actually not helping us in the long run. We keep on going to this thing and it's taking up all of our time. So let's take ownership, because guess what? It is not social media. I agree with Gary V 1,000%. He said that it is not social media. It is you. It is you. I will use myself for an example, since I just admitted that I'm a social media addict and I'm recovering from it. There is something about my self-worth and about how I've always needed to feel liked, feeling loved, having to look a certain way so that I would feel like. There is something about my experience in the past that has taught me that that's how I'm going to feel loved and liked. So as a recovering people pleaser, codependent, and social media addict person, I am going to look at myself and see, okay, what's the issue here? Because I know from practicing a lot of self-love and being on my journey, I know that I go to social media because there's a space where I have not taken care of that yet, meaning I haven't gotten in my self-love. There's something about my past behaviors that I'm so used to that I must show up on social media to feel worthy. So this is what I've been doing to really be disciplined. First thing is, I've been voice recording to myself so that I'm constantly self-checking myself. I've been preaching voice recording for a while now. It's because it's something that you can do while you're driving to somewhere, especially when you're going to somewhere where you don't have to think about it. It is subconsciously already imprinted in your brain. Like, for an example, to work, you know how to get there. You don't have to think and concentrate too much because it's an auto drive in your mind already. So I've been voice recording a lot, and I will coach myself and tell myself that I need to stay off social media, and what I could be doing instead is this. This is going to be the focus. And it's been helping tremendously, because as much as we want to say it to ourselves in here, would you say that's not enough? If it's been working for you, great. Then you don't need this video. You don't need this message. But for someone like myself, I needed something else to keep me more accountable. So from bringing it from inside to outside, it makes it more real when you say it. Especially when you're the person who's saying it to yourself versus someone else nagging you and checking you. Hey, did you check social media? So, and plus they can't be there with you all the time, reminding you all the time. So this is a way to definitely, one, practice self-love, because you're using voice recording as a healthy outlet to express yourself. And two, as a self-reminder, as a self-coach, because you're the only person that's with you 24/7. So, yeah. And as I've been doing this, I noticed that when I choose to voice record and remind myself and self-coach myself, the reminder gets louder in here. because it has been enforced and it's been said out loud. And would you say a lot of the negative voices that goes inside of our heads, it's from things that people have said out loud to us. So we're combating that by saying healthy, motivating, empowering, loving, kind things to ourselves out loud, so we can enforce that in our heads than the negative voices that's not serving us, right? So that's one that's been helping me tremendously. And two, what's been helping me is having a go-to place. Like, this is where we need to practice self-love and practice healthy outlets, because it's going to give you more of a space to be aware. Because I know that when I'm not feeling right and I see myself being tempted to check social media, I know that I need to go somewhere. So for me, it's been going to my room so I can get to my bullet journal, or till I get to my journal where I'm able to brain dump what is on my mind that I know that I need to do. Because when I get to see it, I get to pick which ones are the most important right now, which one are the most time sensitive, or when you see it, which ones that you know that you need to get to right away, and some of the tasks that you wrote down can wait. So just to make it simple, voice recording and going to my journal has been helping me stay disciplined to stay off of social media, because I know that I need to get somewhere to brain dump and recenter myself. And two, the voice inside that's telling me to watch myself is louder because I'm voice recording. I'm saying it out loud to myself. This is very helpful because I know that some of you have been taking a social media cleanse. And let me know your thoughts down below. What comes up for my mind of what I've observed is that truly helpful? For the time being, it could be helpful, but then again, there's this calling for you to still use social media in a healthy way. But when we go cold turkey, how are we building the discipline, right? Because when we go to cold turkey, are we actually facing the issue, or are we taking a break and going away from the issue? When we are able to combat this with everyday self-love activities like the voice recording and journaling, for an example, it allows us to be able to work through it. And so I'm on this journey with you. I am a recovering social media addict, and I am proud to say that it's been going better. I'm not saying that I have relapsed certain mornings or certain nights where I'm just like doing the scrolling and then all of a sudden I'm losing like 15 or 20, 30, maybe close to an hour. But I know that it has dramatically shifted, and it has dramatically been a lot different than before. And and when I'm able to get more wins, I've been feeling a lot better. So I hope these tips has helped you. Message me if you need some support. We can work through this together. And once again, my name is Quinn. I go by Quynhforthewin on social media, and I'm a self-love coach here to support you in your self-love journey so that you can ultimately feel like your own inner best friend. I will see you later. Thank you for tuning in, and leave your comments down below what your thoughts on recovering from being addicted to social media. All right. Bye.